Hi everyone. Lindsay asked me to share my fertility journey, and I'm happy to do so that maybe I can help someone else along their journey. We've known each other a very long time, so I'm happy to help out. Long story short, I've known my entire life that I've wanted to be a mom. And after I got married in 2015, a couple of years later, we decided that we would start to try to start a family. And, the first couple months go by and it was like, okay, it might take a little bit. I'm in my early 30s. That's by no means old, but, I'm not 18. So it's going to be maybe a little bit harder. 6 months go by. I start tracking ovulation and having timed intercourse and still nothing. It was very frustrating, exhausting. It became a bit of a wedge between me and my husband because, it was like, no, we have to do this now. And, that's not really what everybody wants to hear. So at about the 8 or 9 month mark, I had already had a regular OBGYN annual visit. So I brought it up and he said, okay, let's go ahead and do an HSG. Make sure your fallopian tubes are open. So we did that. Everything looked great. And he said, this could have, if there was a slight blockage and we didn't know, this could have opened it up, and sometimes people get pregnant the next month after this test. So I got really excited. Nothing. So at about the 1 year mark, we went ahead and made an appointment with Fertility, and we had probably it was about that time I started doing the hormone treatment to stimulate ovulation. Not very comfortable. It made me gain several pounds. It makes your hormones go crazy, which mess with your emotions. You have to do it a couple of days every month and make sure it's the right day. Again, timed intercourse. So by about month 12 or 13, I had already been doing it for about 6 months. I can't exactly remember my timing. This is several years ago. And it was just very frustrating. So by that point, we started seeing Fertility and did all the normal testing, did the sperm count. It was fantastic. He will still rave about how great his results were. And I did an SSG, which is a little bit different. They actually use saline to look inside the uterus. And he saw some abnormalities. He actually called me on a Friday night and said, okay, I see some abnormalities. We want to go in and see what's going on, which was, again, frustrating to hear because I just thought, great, this is going to be the answer. We just take a pill and then we get pregnant. So ended up the next month having basically a D&C because they had to go in and see what was going on. And I essentially had a lot of scar tissue and a couple of polyps in my uterus. So I could have been conceiving every month, but it just didn't have a place to implant. So they cleaned everything out really well, to put it simply. And then I had to wait another month, again, frustrating. So we're almost at the 2 year mark at this point. The fertility specialist suggested trying IUI right away to just be aggressive because we had been trying for so long. And at this point I was 34. So we did IUI. Well, so that next month, naturally, the only day they don't do IUI is on Sundays, and I ovulated on a Sunday, so couldn't do it. The next month it worked out and we did IUI, and to my surprise, even though that is not a very successful intervention, we got pregnant, and very thankful. It was very exciting. I cried. It was the first time I had a positive pregnancy test out of probably dozens of them that I had taken. Anyone with fertility issues will know that taking a pregnancy test is almost like enacting PTSD because your heart's racing. You're like, am I going to see a negative, a positive? What's it going to be? So we got pregnant, and that was around Thanksgiving of 2018. And then in August of 2019, my amazing little boy, JJ, was born. He's incredible, and, he was worth the wait. It was terrible. There were so many tears, literally blood. And, you know, it was tough, but he was worth it. And he's almost 19 months old now and just running our lives. It's incredible. Even on the most exhausting days, I'm just so thankful to have him. Throughout my journey, every step, I was texting Lindsay, calling her, what does this mean? What is this drug gonna do? Should I take it in the morning? Should I take it at night? They said I should take it at night. Is that when I should take it? I definitely verified with her, and she was a comfort to have, knowing that she had worked in that field and had worked with other women going through this. You know, it was just a blessing to have her at my disposal to ask all these questions. I'm happy to answer any questions. If anybody has any, reach out to me on Instagram, and, you know, I can continue sharing my journey. Thanks.